This is the ProLogic L62, and like our other ProLogic screens, it looks identical. But this has significant features over the some of the lower models. Again, the higher the model, the more features. The lower the model, the less the features. We're going to take a look at the close-up of the screen here. So you'll see that as I enter a code, the screen activates, and it allows me to gain access to the system. Tells me the lock's open, tells me that I'm verified, and you saw there that it said door closed. I'm using this with a standard swing bolt lock. If I were to use it with a swing bolt lock that has a status switch in it, it's our part number EL0601-S, then it would monitor the bolt position of the lock, and it would report lock open until such time the lock closes, and then it would say lock closed. But that's why that shows lock open, lock closed. So, in order to gain access to the menu, on this system you press the menu button. So let me back that up just a little bit so you can see it. Press the menu button, and now you press up or down on the up or down arrows here in order to scroll through various menus. So in the root menu, you have a number of menus here, and I'll just scroll back to the beginning and then I'll show you. System menu, where you do all your programming. System info, where you can see what model of ProLogic this is. Show clock time. From the root menu without a code, you can see the clock time. You can change the recovery code setting. It doesn't allow you to do it from this menu without having further authorization once you get into the menu selection. You can recover system from here, which is a very unique feature. We use a one-time code to help you recover the system. And you can set the encryption that is established between the keypad and the lock. So system menu is the one that I really want to get to, and I press OK at the system menu. Now it asks me who I am. Do I have access to the system menu? So I'm going to press my manager code, which is ID01, 123456, and it shows me I'm verified. Now it says select the menus that you want. Again, you use the up and down arrows here in order to scroll through the various menus. If I were to press down once, I arrive at change code, which is a very frequent task. I could change my code at this location. If I press the up button as soon as I enter this menu, I can enroll a new user. So let's go down, change code, then you can see show audit trail. So if I wanted to see the audit trail, I could press OK, and I could see on here, it's quite small writing for you to see on the video, but it shows me the application, what I did, who did it, what time, what date. And it shows me I've got 33 different audit trail events on this particular lock. Okay, so that's how you see audit trail. I can press the back button to get back to the select menu, and let's go through that again. Change code, show audit trail, wireless connection. This is the menu selection that I would choose if I were going to send the information of the audit trail to my wireless device wirelessly from the keypad to the wireless device called a Wi-Fi link. System info, again, is available in this menu that allows me to know what model of ProLogic this is. Show clock time, I can see the time of the clock. Because this is an audit lock, it keeps time, and it's important that it has a valid, accurate time. In this setting, I can set daylight savings time, whether I'm observing daylight savings time where this lock is or not. I can set the clock time. If the clock time was incorrect, I could set it here. I can set the maximum length of time that I would allow the door to be open. So if someone leaves the door open and I've set max door open time to say 10 minutes, it will send a message on my screen that says door open. I could also connect this to a duress module that will allow me to do a number of things. With the duress module, I can monitor the door open time, I can monitor a duress code being entered, and I can also monitor if penalty time is entered. So with those three conditions, it would send an alarm depending on what type of thing it was. So if it was duress, of course, it's going to send it through to the alarm panel. If it was penalty time, it can also send it through to the alarm panel. If it's the door open too long, it could send it to the alarm panel if you want it to, or you can attach a buzzer to our module that allows you to send a high decibel beep or buzzer so that people in the store know to close the door. So I'm going to go back into that menu system again. So I'm going to press menu, select menu, system menu, ask me who I am. I'll enter the supercode this time, which is 6 ones. It verifies me, and now it allows me to get back in the menu. Again, the menu, it shuts off after about between 10 and 20 seconds, so it gives you enough time to work on it. So we were down to max door open time. The next one would be set time delay override user ID. So if you have time delay set on this, you could select who is able to bypass time delay. I can also set duress time delay, which allows me to set a different value if I enter a duress code. Here I can set and cancel time delay, so I can establish that at this location. Here I can obfuscate the code entry. So you saw when I entered my code. In fact, let's do that. I'll go back here, and you'll see as I enter my code, it shows 1, the next number, 2, but it shows that it turns the 1 to a star, and 2 stays as 2 until I enter the next number, which is 3, and so on. So in doing that, someone could see the code. So obfuscate code is a menu selection that allows you to only show stars on the screen. You'll never show numbers. So I'm going to go back into the system here again. Of course, I have to enter a valid code in order to get into that menu. And now I'm going to scroll down through here until we get to obfuscate code, which was the next selection we looked at. And then I can set ID01 to master code. We have two manager codes in the system, ID01 and ID02. If I do this, I establish a hierarchy between ID01 and 2, where ID01 cannot be deleted by ID02. So again, it timed out. Let's get into the menu again, select menu, system menu, press OK, enter a valid code, a manager code to gain access, and we'll jump through this menus that we've taken a look at until we get to set ID01 to master. The next selection is delete all users. So I could use this function to delete all the user codes in the lock. This can control up to 4 locks, so this would be set the number of locks. Recovery code set and recover system are the recovery options that we have for the safe lock system to recover it back to default. Encryption key set, we can change the encryption key. Although it's not necessary, all data is encrypted between the lock and the keypad, so you could, if you chose to, change the value of the encryption key. That's up to you. Set device ID number. The device ID number is like an address for the wireless devices to look at when they are downloading audit trail information. Set host ID is the computer that you could send your information to if you chose to upload your wireless or your audit trail wirelessly to a computer nearby. I'll enter my menu again. Time's out to save batteries, so sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes it's too quick, but we'll get down through this menu and we'll just complete the menu selections here. So we're down to set host ID, we talked about that. Restore data allows me to wirelessly send my programming information to my computer nearby wirelessly. Backup data allows me to, restore data allows me to send information, programming information from my PC to my lock. Backup data allows me to extract that information. Disable recover. If someone doesn't want a recovery feature to recover to default, you can disable it here. Cycle testing, this is the menu selection that we use in order to test every lock 2,000 times before we ship the product. Duress code shift. If I wanted to, under duress, I could set the number to one number higher or lower than my code, or up to 100 numbers higher or lower, depending on what you want to do. Most people use just one number. I'll go back in the system menu, and the supercode and the manager code see the same system menu selections. So either of those codes will allow you to see all of the menu selections. And we're down to dual mode. You can enable dual mode, so the 2 codes are required in order to gain access. And then disable user. If you've got a user going on vacation, you can disable them here and enable them when they come back. Delete one user, select one user that you're going to delete, and then you can do that in this menu selection. And then finally, the last of the circular menu is an enroll new user, and you can enroll a new user here. So that's the ProLogic L62, a very feature-packed safe lock system, ideal for commercial applications. It's an audit system. It allows you to wirelessly download your audit, and it also allows you to wirelessly wirelessly program the safe lock system using something we call parameter system management settings. So that's the ProLogic L62 close-up of the menu structure.